Hey guys, I'm here to talk to you about the distributive property. We've just discussed it in class and added notes to our journals. Let's go ahead and look at some practice together. We have 3 times 4 plus 5. Distributive property says that we need to distribute everything outside of parentheses, the 3, inside the parentheses. So with this one, we have 4 plus 5 in the parentheses. We need to share that 3 with both the 4 and the 5. And the way that works is we're going to use bunny hops. We're going to start at our 3, and we know that side by side means multiply. So the 3 is side by side with the 4 plus 5. It doesn't matter whether you have just 3 times 4 in parentheses, that means side by side means multiply. If you have 3 times 4 plus 5, it's still side by side means multiply, and you have to multiply everything that's in the parentheses by what is outside the parentheses. So let's go ahead and see what that looks like now. If we start with this 3, we say 3 times 4, we know is 12. We have to pay very close attention to the sign, and we need to bring that down, bring our plus sign down. Then we look at 3 times 5 because we've got to distribute that 3 to everything in parentheses. So you have 3 times 5 is 15. And because we have no variables, no unknowns, we can go ahead and combine them both. And we know that if we went off to the side, if we need to, we can go over here and add. You can use your calculator. Okay, we know that 12 plus 15 is 27, and you were able to simplify this one all the way down to a single number, 27. That will not be the case most of the time in what we're doing. So let's take a look. When we have 6 times x, subtract 2, we have no idea the value of x. So we can't solve this one all the way down to a single number, but we're going to simplify it as far as we can. So we're going to take the 6 and distribute it to the x first. So 6 times x, this x is really just one x. There's an imaginary 1 before that x. So we have 6 times 1x is 6x, because 6 times 1 is 6. So we have 6x. Then we're going to subtract 6 times 2, which is 12. And we have simplified that just as low as we possibly can go. We don't know the value of x. We can't go any further. You're done. So 6 times x minus 2 is the same as 6x minus 12. Go ahead and look at this next one. 3 times 2 plus x. Distribute the 3 to everything in the parentheses. Bunny hop from the 3 to the 2 and say, what is 3 times 2? 6. Pay attention to the sign, bring it down. 3 times x. Well, remember there's that imaginary 1 right here. 3 times 1 is 3, so this is just 3x. And we're finished with that one. We can't go any further. We don't know the value of x. On these next two, I have them side by side for a reason. Let's focus on the one on the left. We've got x times x minus 2. So if I distribute the x to everything inside the parentheses, I have two x's, right? There's one x and another x. So when I have a number multiplied by itself, I can write that as an exponent. I have x to how many, what power? How many x's are we multiplying? 2. I have x squared. Pay attention to that sign and bring it down. Subtract x times 2 is just x times 2, and we always put the number first, x times 2. So that's it, finished. X times x is x squared. Subtract x times 2, which is 2 times x. And that one is finished. Now this one is a little different than over here. we have 4 times x plus 3y. We're going to go ahead and distribute the 4 to the x. Remember, there's a 1 here. So this is 4 times 1x. So we have 4x. That's different than if we over here where we did the x times the x, you were multiplying the same number. X is going to be the same value always. So that's why we had to use the square of x. Over here, you have two numbers. You've got your imaginary 1 and you've got your 4. So we're just multiplying 4 times 1 is 4. That's 4x. Okay. Keep your sign, bring it down, and then 4 times 3, again, we've got two numbers. We're going to multiply them. 4 times 3 is 12, and that's 12y because this is 3 times y. So we've got to keep that y so we can multiply the 12 times the y. That one is complete. 4x plus 12y. Now, I'd like for you to try some. I'm here in class to help you. So just hit pause at any time and come to me with your Chromebook and we can talk through anything that you are stuck on. Just write these problems down on a sheet of paper and solve them. And as you need help, bring your Chromebook, come to me. I am here to help you.